Awakening is credited with saving the series from the brink of ruin. Thanks to its success, the series was allowed to continue. But what did it bring to the table that was so unique? Every entry in the Fire Emblem franchise is someone's favorite. This video series aims to find out why. Awakening came out during a dark time in Fire Emblem's history. It was planned to be the last entry in the series. To go out with a bang, the development team decided to throw everything they loved about the series into one game as a final love letter to the franchise. The results speak for themselves. Awakening surpassed expectations. It sold well, bringing many first-time fans to the series. Its popularity inspired Nintendo to continue the franchise. The team went from saying, "This'll be the last one," to, "When's the next one?" Let's take a look at what makes this game the unique love letter its creators intended it to be. When it comes to creating your army, Awakening borrows a little bit of everything from its predecessors, like learnable skills, class changing, resetting a unit's level to gain potentially infinite level ups, supporting units to create child units, inheriting stats and skills from their parents, and forging custom weapons. These mechanics come together in Awakening to give the player freedom like they've never felt before. Through careful long-term planning, the player can match up parent units to pass growth rates, stats, and skills onto their children, skyrocketing their potential. Change their class to the one of your choosing, and forge them a new weapon, and suddenly you have an unstoppable killing machine. The player can make their army as basic or as bonkers as they please. While Awakening borrows things from other entries in the franchise, it also adds its own unique mechanics. Pair Up allows a lead unit to travel with a companion unit. Similar to the rescue mechanic in prior entries, the companion occupies the same space as the lead unit and can't move independently until the lead unit releases them. Which ally is leader and which is companion can be switched during the player's turn. The benefit is that the companion unit gives the lead unit stat bonuses, depending on the unit. The companion ally can sometimes activate a dual attack, where both allies attack, or a dual guard, where the companion unit blocks an enemy attack altogether. In Fire Emblem, it's often more efficient to train up a handful of units rather than your entire army. This is especially true in higher difficulties. Pairing up units gives your units who may not do so well in combat a chance to contribute to the team. Another mechanic introduced in Awakening is the Rally. A unit with a Rally skill can temporarily boost the stats of a chosen unit and those around them, and they stack with other Rally skills. This can lead to some pretty hefty stat gains. You can use this to help weaker units catch up to the stronger units, or make the stronger units become gods among men.
Pick a god and pray.
It really is the versatility that makes Awakening such a strong entry. Unit customization and versatility is nice and all, but what good does it do you if you have nothing challenging to use your units against? That's where downloadable content comes to the rescue. Awakening features multiple maps available to download with varying degrees of difficulty, some of which being more difficult than the last chapters of the normal campaign. Multiple rewards are given for beating these maps, including experience, gold, rare items, new characters, and even additional backstory. Those players who go to the trouble of investing in their team can fight an infinite number of battles, so the fun never stops. Of course, it's DLC, so it costs money, but there is a free option in the form of Spotpass. Through Spotpass, players could download legacy characters who appear on the world map for them to battle and/or recruit. But more importantly, additional paralogs are added to the game through Spotpass. These paralogs feature content related to the game's story and allow you to recruit some characters you couldn't recruit before. Awakening takes advantage of the 3DS's Spotpass function to bring in new units, maps, items, and more. On a related note, although the series has long had some form of romantic pairing options, Awakening featured them as a key mechanic. Part of the plot revolves around your army's soldiers pairing up via support conversations, having children, and those children traveling back in time to help their parents save the world. The stats, abilities, and to some degree even their appearance would depend on which parents the player paired together. While Genealogy of the Holy War was the first to introduce this concept, it also required use of these child units in the second half of the game. Awakening introduces the children in optional side chapters. So while the concept is similar, Awakening's version feels slightly less impactful, or at least less necessary. There's less fear that, if you pair up the wrong units, you won't be able to finish the game. Plus, Genealogy remains a Japanese exclusive, so for many Western fans, this was their first experience with the mechanic. While some decry the focus on romance as a distraction from core gameplay, it would be disingenuous to say that it's a mechanic people don't care about. There's a reason why romance has stuck around in every entry since then. The closest thing Fire Emblem has to a mascot is Anna. She has appeared throughout the series in multiple roles, from a simple villager to the commander of the army. But Awakening marks her debut as a playable unit. There's nothing terribly remarkable about her, but she does come with some interesting backstory. Apparently, she and all the other Annas encountered across space and time are related to each other, and most of them are involved in commerce somehow. Maybe the real treasures were the Annas we recruited along the way. All of these mechanics and traits come together to make Awakening the full package that it is. It saved the series from extinction, and for that, we owe Awakening our gratitude.